In today's episode, we have a very special guest who is one of our most successful coaches who managed to become a coach in just under 4 months. Very successful, holds 2 jobs, make a lot of money, retire early, fire, all kind of amazing things with the Gen Z and Gen NZ. You are all very interested in. So if this is something that intrigues you, remember to continue watching this episode. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Modern Wealth Podcast where we aim to empower, enrich and evolve your mindset. And today, as you can see, sitting right opposite me is a very, very special lady, and some of you, in fact most of you should know her, right? Because she's actually one of our coaches as well, and this is Coach Fang Ying. Everybody say hi to Coach Fang Ying.
Hi everyone.
Okay, and of course Fang Ying has been with us for quite some time, and today's episode really is to bring Fang Ying over to the spotlight. You know, we want to ask her some questions. We really want to get to know what she does, you know, why she actually started her own investing and trading journey, you know, and really to understand her as a person, because most of the time we understand that you as our students or part of our community, you tend to know our coaches at a very professional level, right? You do Zoom calls with her, you do one-to-ones with her in person, and she will just be teaching you all the good stuff, how to trade, right, how to make money, right? But actually, how much do we know Fang Ying as a person? And that is what my aim here is today. I want to be able to, it's going to sound wrong, I'm not saying I'm going to dig into her, but what I'm going to say is that I want to really understand more Fang Ying as a person, because, you know, as an individual, Fang Ying is actually very, very, very interesting. She has a lot of stories to share, she has a lot of adventures to share, and that is what I want her to be able to share with you guys herself today. So Fang Ying, right, before we begin, you know, of course many people will watch the episode will be our students, will be people from our community, but there may be people, right, who maybe look at the thumbnail already, clickbait to see what got pretty girls, they come in and watch, they don't know who you are. Okay, so can you give a short introduction about yourself and what do you do in your MWA?
Sure. Hi everyone, I'm Fang Ying. I joined as a CRP coach in February this year, right, short after I started my journey with CRP. I really love this community. I really love how previously my mentors, my coaches have conducted their guidance and the way they guide me and help me along my way of investment, right? So the moment I got invited, I jumped right in.
Yeah. Okay. So of course, then Fang Ying said join us in February, right?
Yeah.
So when did you actually join CRP?
As a student?
As a student.
That was last year, actually end October, not that long ago.
End October.
Yeah.
Wow. Then I think to many people who are out there, this would be probably a burning question that people have as well, right? They're like, wow, you joined October and then February you joined as a coach already, you know, within these 4 months you are so good that,
Thank
you know,
you.
that the Rash, Kelvin, you know, Kelvin who is our ex coach for those of you who do not know, right? Think that you are actually so qualified that you can actually become a coach. So my question now is actually, I'm pretty sure prior to perhaps joining CRP, you know, in our private conversation, I know, so but for the sake of everybody,
Sure.
Can you share a little bit more about your prior experience, your trading experience or your learning experience prior to even joining CRP?
Okay, personally, I'm very interested in doing investment on my own. So I've been investing in properties, stocks, options, a lot of other assets, right? But one thing, all the while, on top of that, and you know that, right? I'm a person who always super willing to pay for knowledges, right? So I've learned a lot of things from different, experts, right? But to my surprise, so far, CRP is really the one that helped me progress the fastest. So when I joined all other investment programs in the past, right, it took me at least 6 months to be able to, do some investment independently on my own, right? But for CRP, because the system is really so simple, so straightforward, and yet, it's just honestly, it's foolproof, right? So I literally just follow the steps, and I immediately see the results. And yeah, in I think about 3 months after I joined, right, one day Kelvin was our ex-coach, right, was looking at the trade, be like, so you know how to follow and you got this, the success, right? Why don't you share your experience and share the way you do things to your fellow elites, right? So that they can learn, they can progress as fast, right? I'm not sure if I am the fastest in terms of getting the result, right? But I think if everyone were to do the same, like what I did, right? I'm pretty sure that's not a problem for everyone to achieve the same result.
Okay, so that's very interesting. Later, I'm going to ask her how she actually did it. And caveat, guys, it's not an easy journey, right? You look at this pretty young lady here, but I'm telling you, this is one of the most hardworking person that I personally know. Even for myself, okay, I'm a slacker, right? But then, I look at her, she's super hardworking, and I'm going to ask her to share how she actually does it in a little moment. And by the way, I just want to do some form of disclaimer, right? Anything that we share today, right, it's not going to be any form of financial advice. Okay, please always exercise your own due diligence. Of course, past results doesn't indicate future performance as well. Okay, just want to make sure that is covered, because I don't know, as the conversation go on, we might talk about some coins, might talk about her outlook of the crypto market and things like this. So I just wanted to make sure that we are all good on that. So if that's good, just remember to hit the give us a like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because while we have Fang Ying here, there are going to be more amazing ladies that we're going to invite on the show as well. So for those guys out there, stop hiding your intention. Go and subscribe. Okay? But jokes aside, okay, so Fang Ying, so obviously you invested in a lot of different things before, like you said, and you paid a lot of money. I think people like us, we have a thirst for knowledge. We don't mind paying for courses. Personally, I invested like hundreds of thousands of courses before, right? So we spend the kind of money, and the truth is, over time, those results, for us at the very least, it came to fruition, right? We made our money back, and probably a lot more, and we also gained the skill set. I think that's the very important part. But beyond just gaining the knowledge, because what I always learn is also this, right? Knowledge, people always say knowledge is power, right? And the running joke that I always have in my community is always, if knowledge is power, then the most powerful person in the world is the librarian already. Correct or not? Right? Every day we book only, right? Then it's very powerful already. But the truth is, actually, knowledge is just part of it, right? It's about taking the action and getting the results that is really the power, which is like yourself, right? You got the knowledge from CRP, like you said, it was very extensive, and then you took tremendous action, right, to actually get the results. So my question to you, and if you don't mind sharing with everybody else that is watching, what are the kind of tremendous action and sacrifices that you actually undertake in order to get to where you are today?
All right, and I think for me, I'm a very self-conflict person, because knowing that I've been telling everyone, because I want to, make wealth, build up like through investment, and then it was same as literally everyone in my generation, right? We keep saying we're on fire, financially independent, retire early, but somehow I realized I'm pretty much is workaholic. Right, like every time after I learn something, I will make sure immediately I start to take action. Not sure if this should be shared here, but last time I actually took a property investment class, and the very next day, I literally went out to the market and started to really go view properties. And I took action in 2 weeks' time, right after I, literally finished the class. Right, so same for the CRP stuff. Because one thing is I like how the time was arranged. So right after we join as a member, there's a whole weekend of intensive learning, and then the very night I start to take action. I open my account and start trading. Right, so I think that's one of the very important thing, because after I joined as a coach, because I assume for people who will actually pay for their knowledge, the stuff you want to trade on, right? You would want to see the results, right? But to my surprise, after I became a coach, I realized some people after the class, they literally hibernate for a while. There's no action taken. I was really surprised by that. But so for me, I started trading the very night, and for me, I'm still a full-time employee, right? All the way till now, right? So when I joined, and just to share a bit, my working schedule is almost 10, 11 hours long a day, right? But I make sure I want to, really allocate extra 1 or 2 hours to, just to help me to get started on this. So immediately I allocate myself, okay, every morning I'm gonna wake up 1 hour early, and then to squeeze out another hour, so I have 2 hours to practice this, right? So yeah, usually, as I was always telling all the students I met, technically, if you want to really do it, right, by spending 1 to 2 hours a day, you should be able to see certain result in at least 3 months, maximally 3 months time, and then that works for me. Yeah.
I think it's what you have mentioned to me is actually very very interesting because truly I mean I've been in this industry for close to a decade right now.
Yeah.
Right, and then we have also attended a lot of courses before. And the truth is, you always know that there's always, people always say the Pareto principle, right, the 80-20 rule. And it's always true, right? For 100 people who attend the course, we know that, you know, for a fact that maybe 80 people will just not do anything, and maybe 20 people will do something. And out of that 20 people, maybe that one or two will really go all in, and you're probably that one or two, right?
Kinda.
And also, from what you have just shared as well, of course I know probably because we have been I believe friends and colleagues for a while right now, and what you have just shared, I'm not sure if you guys pick it up. So effectively for someone like Fang Ying right now, who is at the prime of of youth and everything, but she's working so hard and she's so dedicated to realize her vision of a future that she's literally having 2 full-time jobs. Right?
In a way, yes.
In case you didn't catch that, this lady here, who is not by any means not well off or anything like this, but is working so hard just because she wants to achieve her dreams, and she's willing to put in the hours and hours of work and everything. But before we go into that portion of you having that mindset, right, what I want to understand first, because I feel that this is very important for people who may be watching this episode, is that how did you actually have that discipline to trade on a daily basis, doing finishing your 10 by 10, which for those of you who don't understand what 10 by 10 is our in-house system where we dish out to our students for them to be able to practice their trades to get a higher winning rate. Okay, so for those of you who are not aware, that is what we do. And for those of you who have completed your 10 by 10, comment down below 10 by 10. Let's see how many of you completed your 10 by 10, right? And I tell you, Fang has completed multiples.
Yes.
10 by 10s, which is why she's able to achieve a high win and everything, and she was so impressive that, of course, then, the coaches took notice of her and invited her to be the coach to guide yourself as well. So, Fang Ying, share with the audience, right? Share with the audience, what is the dedication and what do you, what's your routine like in order to complete your 10 by 10? Is that something that you can share?
Sure. I mean, to me, it's not even a challenge, right? So because the moment I joined CRP, I was introduced this 10 by 10 system. Basically, they were saying that whatever strategy you want to master or you want to learn, basically you need to backtest it 100 times, right? Because in this whole, trading like assets, right? So we are, for CRP, I don't know about other groups, but for CRP, we are aiming for at least a 70% win rate to make sure that you can actually sail smoothly in your trading journey, right? So for me, I was like, 100 trades, how hard can it be? And then but just to share with you, right, there's a lot of other rules applied in CRP. Like for example, at one time, you can only open maximum 2 trades. I was like, oh my God, suddenly the time is really like tight, because if I was, okay, one thing about me is whenever I join a call it a investment guru class or whatsoever, I always tell myself I need to make back what I have invested, like back in 3 months. So that's a promise I made to myself. So to me, I was like, okay, so CRP said, when you first join, you should back test with $1 or 2, right? And then there's 100 trades need to be done. So I count my days. I was like, oh my God, so if I want to achieve that, I need to do minimally 2 trades. Really, I need to do every day for minimally 2 trades a day, right? So I know, okay, I need to really, really invest the time to do it. So I make sure I really wake up in the morning, scan the market, make sure I find the trades. And the first is really hard. It took me about really an hour or even 2 to do that. But of course, as you do it repeatedly, and then you start to get familiarized with your technique and your strategies, right? So now actually it's not as hard as last time. Usually in the morning now, I usually spend about 15 minutes to half an hour, and I'm done, right? But at the initial phase, the first 3 months, I make sure every morning I do the 2 trades. So I count. So if let's say 90 days times 2, I have more than enough time to do 100 trades. In fact, I did. I've completed my first set of 10 by 10 in 2.5 months, and I achieved the result that, we were told that we are aiming for, right? And then right after that, I was like, okay, since I'm good at one strategy and there's so many more being taught in CRP, so I said, yeah, but having one strategy back tested doesn't mean anything if I were to try other strategies. So I tell myself, why not I do a set of 10 by 10? That means 100 trades on each strategy. Right? So now, a few months down the road, while using the ones that I have already mastered that generate me the daily income, I realized the day I was reviewing, I have about 600 over just testing trades, which was like, oh, I'm kind of impressed by myself. I was like, oh wow, yeah, really hardworking. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of the suspicion of 老王卖瓜,
Yeah,
自卖自夸 already.
I was like, look at me.
Self-praising already.
I need to look at me and be like, fine, you did a good job.
But then again, on a serious note, I think it's really a job well done because I don't think many of the students out there can proclaim that they have done 600 over 10 by 10 trades. And she's not talking about her 10 by 10 trades. She's not talking about the trades that she have done to make money. So she has probably a lot more trades that are making her a lot of money, right?
Yes.
It's just for the purpose of testing, right? But what is so interesting that you shared that I feel that, people really need to understand. I would like you to maybe elaborate a little bit more on that. Is that, the mindset about really understanding the 10 by 10 system and why it's so important to make sure that you thoroughly test the system. Because the truth is, right, I mean, you as a coach, right, you'll probably hear this a lot more than I do. As an operations guy, every time I talk to many of our students right now, the huge majority of them, this I would say probably like 95% of them, will not have completed their 10 by 10 and they tend to be discouraged and everything really. So really, can you share with everyone that is watching, what's the mindset behind that and why is it so important for them to really, go through that system and make it work?
Okay, first, most importantly, firstly, I think, right, you need to see this, stop seeing CRP like an academy, all right? Yes, you are here to learn the knowledge, but again, as I tell many students I talk to, there's literally an Excel file template for the 10 by 10 recording, right? But I keep telling everyone, stop looking at this as some sort of homework, right? We are all adults, especially in CRP. Actually, one thing funny is as you say, most of the members we see in the community are not more experienced in their life. They are more, should I say senior? Can you use the word? Okay.
I mean, you are young, so forgive her, she is young. Like people like me old already, so I'm more experienced. Okay, I accept that. Alamak.
Yeah, so
my cameraman behind coughing. Hello, what you mean?
So sorry. Yeah, yeah. So they keep telling me they have no time. Even and some of them are retired. So I was like, okay, I work 16 hours a day, 15 to 16 hours a day, right? So if I can find that. And in fact, the whole system has been made so easy. Literally, you just fill out a few multiple choice. That's it, right? But one thing is, I want you all to see this as not something that you are doing as a homework assignment, and then you submit to the coaches to get it reviewed and get a nice score and pass. No, for me, it is to build my own data bank. All right. So for me, even I know that by doing all the back testing, even I do not have a mentor to go through everything with me, I can look back at the trades and I review them myself. And then I can see everything I have missed, what are the mistakes I have made, right? My win rate, what is kind of like a expected ROI, me myself generated over hundreds of trades, right? So for me, if one day I decided to, take a break or I lose my confidence and I just look back at my data, I'm like, okay, I have done it. And these are black and white. These are solid, right? Actual results, right? If I can achieve that by doing nothing wrong and nothing different, the result should continuously to be the same, right? That gives me that kind of conviction and confidence. So really I know that some of you are busy or whatsoever. Just do a simple snapshot of whatever you have done, right? Weekly wise, go and review back. What have you done for the past week, for the past 2 weeks or 1 month, right? You will see how the data is built up and you should know, right, what is that something that you're missing or that you should continue. Please continue. Yeah.
That is really, really very important. I think you touched on a few points that perhaps I will add on to it. One of the things that Fang Ying has mentioned is really about reviewing, right? we have a lot of conversations between as a coaching team, FangYing, right, as well as operations team. We talk to the students, and one of the things that we probably realize is that a lot of people, they don't review what their success are, and also what their failures are.
Yeah.
Right? They just take a trade. If it works, they're like, yay, I win, right? If it lose, they're like, I lose money.
Exactly.
But they don't really go and understand, why this trade was a successful trade, or why the trade is didn't go my way. Of course, granted, I mean, we share this many times as well. Like, you can do all your rules correctly, but sometimes the market will just go against you. It is a function of the market, right? But the point is that, do you follow your game plan, right? And then do you understand that, following this game plan has gotten you like a certain percentage of result? Because if, like what Fang had shared earlier, if you have been following your game plan and the game plan has been achieving you 70-80% success, you're good, right? That's really what we want to inculcate to all our students and committee members. And of course, as a VIP member, you get access to the 10x10, and then you have the group chats, everything that you can seek support for. And if you are elite member especially, then you have access to the coaches where you can actually book calls with ladies like Fang Ying, right? And then we also have Lei Hian, Aaron, Louis, Bernard, Jay, Rash. We have so many coaches ready for you to choose, right? There's really no reason why you are left alone. And for us, we are, I think, as an academy, as MWA, who is promoting, who launched CRP, which is Crypto Rocket Profits. Our aim really is to help you master the skill set so that you'll be able to generate like what Fang is doing on the income on a daily basis. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, so if you have been enjoying the episode so far, and then you've been enjoying your screen, with a pretty lady on your morning toast, right? Don't forget to click on the like, give us a subscribe, and leave a comment below, right? Share about what you have loved about the sharing so far, so that Fang Ying can actually read through the comments as well, and maybe she'll reply, right, and give you some more tips through the comment section. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. With that, let's get back to the episode. Okay, so Fang Ying, I think we talked about what are the benefits of the 10x10, the help that the people can get.
Yeah.
But having said that, that we have been talking about all the good stuff, right? All the good stuff. We have all gotten results. We have gotten results within a few months. Daily income and etc. But I'm pretty sure, right, in the world of crypto, there's ups. And when there's down, I'm telling you, the world of crypto, when the down come, it can be really down. So, have you experienced it before?
Yes. I do openly share with literally every elite or student who talk to me, right? I share about my losses, right? Big ones, right? Because to my surprise, because to me, crypto is something very new. Last time I was like a stock and option trader, right? So I know that crypto all the while has been, claimed to be like very volatile asset, right? But I didn't know it was so ruthless, right? That I was sharing with students. I was doing well since last year, and then all this while because I kind of follow the steps from the very beginning. So all the while my win rate is good, and then earlier this year, right? Because when the market sentiment is so greedy and all, and there are actually serious crashes happen, and then I literally show my account to to some of the students or my recording, like I can remember the dates, like 5th of March, right? all the dates I can remember, because for me, I almost trade every day, and every time it crash, I'm in the market. And when the market decides to really have a big movement, so volatile that sometimes, one thing I learned from this also is to make sure you use a good platform, because back then I was using a rather small platform, right? So when things like this happen, right, they were like glitches, they couldn't, save your position. So you
didn't follow your stop loss.
Yeah, so like for trading, whenever you enter a trade, we are taught to always have a stop loss, but there's this thing called slippage, where the market, the price dumps so fast, your stop loss order would not get fulfilled, and it will just go straight to liquidity. And I always have 2 positions open on daily basis, and then every time when it crash, I will have my position, because before I switch my platform, I will get my position liquidated. It's so painful because a week or 2 weeks accumulated profit can be wiped out. Like when I wake up, it's just like So like the figure can be huge, right? So my account has been growing and then got setback, grow and setback literally 3 times in the first quarter of the year.
First quarter of the year.
Yeah.
So I mean I remember like December was one very bad time.
Yes.
Right? And then I thought after the crazy pump in February and March, then of course March happened again.
Yes.
Then after that it's just sideways, and then of course recently in July it just went down again, you know. So those are the dates that happen. And my question is like, so we teach a lot of rules, a lot of risk management rules to our students. I mean, please adhere to it. If you're not adhering to it, please.
Yes.
But then can you also, as a general knowledge, I think this is very important, regardless of whether you're a student or not. I think one of the things that we keep emphasizing is risk management. So is it okay that, you know, can you share what are some of the strategies that you yourself deploy, right? And also maybe what CRP teaches to tell people how they can control their risk better?
Yeah, sure. Okay, to begin with, we have a very tight like rules for limiting your maximum losses. Supposedly, every time you're not supposed to raise more than 5% of your account, right? But if things like what I shared earlier happen, right? Because we are recommended to trade with about 10% of your total account size. So when things like this happen, that means my account literally just got like 10% of my account just got wiped out, right? So one thing, of course, like, okay, if it happened once or twice, I would definitely seek for other ways to change it or to improve it. So first of all, I changed my trading to a bigger platform and with more liquidity to make sure when price down, at least my stop loss order can really protect me, right? And then subsequently, one thing is that I realize a lot of people, even though they are taught that you are always recommended to use 10% of your account and maximum risk 5% of your account, right? But one thing they failed to sort of like review is that it's a very simple math, right? If you got, if you get 2 losses or 4 losses in a row, right? If every time you're risking 5% of your account, you need to learn one thing is that your account has already gone down by 20%. And right, so your account size has changed. And many people fail to do the adjustment accordingly as their capital or account size changes. I think that's one thing I want everyone to, sort of like pay some attention to it, right? For me personally, I tell everyone, right, if you keep getting 5% losses, your account actually shrank faster than you thought, right? So at one point, let's say for example, once your account is gone down by 20% or 30%, you need to really stop and review the position sizing you're doing and recalculate your risk. And until you recover your account, otherwise do not go back to what's the margin size or the position sizing you're using previously, right? I hope everyone pay attention to that.
Yeah. Absolutely so important, right? That people, again, it's back to the fundamentals of like really having to review your positions, having to review your trades so that you know what you're doing. And I think a lot of people also have this, misconception, right? They think that 70 win rate right? 70% win rate, then we sure will be okay. But you have to understand also, I think I'm a pessimist, right? In a sense, right? Sometimes I tend to be a little bit of a pessimist when it comes to this kind of thing. So a simple scenario, for example, if let's just say every trade that you do, right, you just only make like 10-20%. Right? A win is a win. We always like to say this, right? A win is a win, a profit is a profit. No one ever dies from taking a profit, right? So you always, most stop loss entry when you're in profit, and then you take like maybe a 10% win, 30% win. But 10-20% is relatively okay to get, right? But let's just say you get 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. So out of like, your trades that you do, right, you get like 10, 15%, 20% for example. So out of your 70% win rate, you already got like 140% profits already. Right? But then that 2 or 3 losses, right, will then maybe like wipe it out. Right? But at the very least, because you have that 70% win rate, you are able to to recover, which is why you aim to get higher and higher. But when you, and sometimes it's really like the market is the market, right? If you, for example, you're unlucky, the first 3 is the loss, then you might need to rethink your strategy in order to regain that. Right? I think one of the things that we always advise students not to do is like, you know, we like to call this revenge trading.
Yes.
Do you actually do revenge trading?
No, never.
Okay, can you explain why you don't do revenge trading?
To me, it's I do not make the same mistake ever again, right? So actually, I learned this from one of our senior coaches, Bernard, right? He shared, and I agreed, right? If this morning I trade this particular coin and it cost me a loss, right? I will immediately ban this coin. I will not look at it for next 2 to 3 days. Instead, I'll still look at it and see, just now maybe the direction I picked is wrong, or I judged wrongly, and now, or like maybe I should do an opposite direction of trade, or just now I entered too early, now is the right time. The setup is still perfect, I should enter. No, don't do that. Because I don't really have a data to backtest that, because one of the reasons I joined schools or mentorship is so that I can learn from other people's mistakes, so that I don't have to repeat it myself. I don't have to test it myself, right? So Bernard did the back testing, and then he's like, no, if you treat this same coin after you lose money on it again, most likely, based on his data, it's not gonna end well. So I took that advice. So I do the same. Every time, if I lose money from this coin, I blacklist it for 3 days. Yeah.
Blacklist, huh? So
yeah. And there's some coins I blacklist for a month, right? Just to be fair, right?
wow.
Yeah.
So do you guys have your own blacklist of coins? You have comment down below, let us know what these coins are, so that we can take a look at it and we can maybe add them to our own blacklist.
Yeah.
Because you're also scared.
And for some CRP students, you have listen to my live session, that 1 or 2 coins I hit. I was super open about it. Right.
Can you be shared? Like publicly?
No.
Okay, so if you want to hear about that, if our students
watch the recordings. There
watch
are
the
recordings in the Discord.
Watch on the Discord, or in future when Coach Fang Ying does her session, please join. Right? I believe many of you here, just by this previous conversation, have really learned a lot about mindset, about how you can trade in the past 20-30 minutes already. Right? And if you love what you've been hearing so far, again, comment, FY, right? Stand for Fang Ying, right? Comment FY in the chat below, right? So that Fang Ying knows that she have a fans as well, right? Come on, all the 宅男, it's time to show your power, okay? Right, okay. Good. Okay, so Fang Ying, now I want to hit more. I think we talked a lot about coaching and trading and everything. Now I want to go a little bit more personal, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Right. So, I want to understand from your point of view. So actually, what's your aim? We are talking about fire. We are talking about working so hard and trying to retire early. What is your end goal? Like, what do you want to achieve for yourself?
I still see it as a way to improve my time management skill, because it's so cool. Like, of course, sometimes it does eat into my personal time, right? But let's say, on the side notes, I work for CRP as a coach, and then I have my full-time job, and then I am an investor myself. I have my own company as well, and then but whenever an offer is given to me, right, I just take it. I never see it as a challenge. So when I'm told to manage a social media account, I did that. I'm managing a website for some other stuff, and then when my friend was like, "Hey, fine, let's start a business together," I was like, "Yeah, sure." So it's just but yet I still can maintain an 8-hour sleep at night. So I think that's the most important part, because health matters, right? Yeah, but to me, I really don't hate it. And if you ask me to really, start my retirement life now, I kind of don't know what to do.
Okay, as someone who have a little bit of experience in that, I'm telling you, your character,
share.
Based on my chat with Fang Ying, right? I'm telling you, she's also one of the kind, you can tell her to retire, and after 1 month, she'll be like, cannot already, I need to find something to do.
Yes.
That's really what it is. If you have the same kind of experience, you feel like you're the same kind of person, comment down below and let us know. Because really, it is what it is. You will be so bored.
I need to grow some hobby that more time consuming kind, or maybe get a dog.
More time.
Yeah, I need.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe
A dog as well.
Yeah, maybe a dog.
A dog. What kind of dogs? If you ever get a dog.
Not noisy kind.
Wow, this kind. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, what a difficult question to.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, but okay. So on that note, cats or dogs?
Oh, I don't know. I think I like dogs more, but my grandma is a cat person. Like, I grew up with cats, so.
You grew up with cats, so in your household right now there are cats.
Like last time. My whole childhood was filled with cats in the house.
But then you would prefer.
I think I love dogs more because you can walk your dog and then your cat will just like leave me alone, right? So where's my companionship?
Okay, cat lover or dog lover? Let us know, okay. So Fang Ying, right? So of course, you choose to work very very hard and still maintain 8 hours sleep every night. So it's possible, guys. It's possible to work 2 jobs, have a business, do trading, and I don't know, God knows what else, and still have 8 hours sleep, right? It's definitely possible, and it's about time management. And if this lady is right here telling me that I still need to work on my time management, I don't know what. She's making a mockery out of the rest of us,
Yeah, because I skip my gym classes from time to time. That's not a good thing.
Sorry, you say again?
I skip my gym class from time to time. That's not a good thing.
Skipping your gym class is a crime. Then I think many of us will be very guilty already. Right?
I didn't say that.
Wow. Okay, I'm very guilty. I look at the camera now, cannot see my tummy. You see, you understand why I say. Okay, but okay, so interesting. Then what? Okay, for the little spare time that you might have for yourself, family, right? Maybe for them to get to know you better. What else do you like to do? Is there any activities that you particularly enjoy doing apart from work stuff, right? We already know all the work stuff and all the training stuff. Is there anything else that you personally enjoy doing?
I do used to like to watch shows and all, but my attention I can't really pay attention to them for long, right? So sometimes I was on YouTube watching some shows, and then 5 minutes later I realized I'm learning something a new maybe an indicator on trading view. Or
what kind of videos you watching? So you're still watching educational videos?
Yeah, I open for example a cartoon on YouTube, and then half an hour later I'm watching some self-motivational talk again, or how to use this new indicator on trading view stuff. I'm so boring. Gosh.
I mean, it's really up to the individual. I mean, you're so. What I really learned from this conversation is that Fang is someone who is really very dedicated to a craft, right? And once you have decided to do something, number one is from the very beginning of the conversation, you know that she will go and take action, right? And she will just take action for the sake of it. She will really do whatever it takes to, really finesse her craft, right? To understand it in a much deeper level, and she spares no effort, obviously, right? To do well, which is why she's so successful in everything that she do. Because I think one of the biggest misconception that sometimes we do hear from our community is that they look at you, they're like, oh, this young girl, invaluable means can or not, right? Whether does she have the qualities, whether she has the results and everything, and really she has it, right? Right, her track record can show you. I mean, if you ever need to book a call with her, she says she will open and show you. You will show them what she has done, and you will know, right, how much effort this little lady physically have put a humongous effort into whatever she's doing. So really hats off and respect to you. I think personally I really admire that quality, and I will work hard to be more like Fang Ying. Not in terms of looks, cannot.
That's a lie, by the way. This fella works 20 hours a day.
No. But works 20 hours but then not efficient. Then that's
I've never seen him sleep.
Yeah, you never see me sleep.
Yeah, I think.
Wait, guys, I don't know what you're thinking. I don't think the wrong thing.
Wait. We had a retreat, an overseas retreat trip, and this fellow was there from 2. I think the only time off he gets is 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. and that's about it. Wow.
Okay, part of the job. So guys, if you appreciate the effort, that the whole MWA team is actually putting, remember to just give us a like, and then you want to say Gavin very handsome also can, type in the comment. Hey, my cameraman literally just spill his tea at the back. Okay, just joking. Okay, but Fang, a few more things. I think really right now, we are coming to the end of the the interview. We have shared a lot of very amazing stuff. You shared a little bit about your personal life as well, and maybe as a parting note per se, what are some of the advice that you can give to people, right, on what they can really do to really improve their mindset or to improve their skill set?
Sure. Okay, first of all, as I shared previously, you need to be determined that, okay, I didn't join this community. Okay, in front of the camera, I will not be too straightforward, right? But I just want to remind you guys, right, just the very, like, why do you even join this community? Why do you click start the class in the first place, right? If there's something you wish to achieve, just don't stop taking action, right, until you get some result. And on top of it, in terms of skill set, honestly speaking, we have like a bank of resources on Discord. And some of you, I tell everyone, right, please at least just click your mouse into every section and see what are the resources there that might help you, that you might not even know they are existent after a few months of joining. All right. Then second to that, one thing is, okay, depends, you really need to like review or let's say take a good look at your own portfolio planning. I think that's the most important part to to get done or to set it right at the very beginning, right? Because if let's say you don't know, like after joining this, crypto, honestly speaking, is a relatively new concept to a lot of people. You might want to come in for investment or trading, for profit, for whatever, like wealth, grow your wealth or whatever, right? But you need to know what is that goal you wish to achieve with your portfolio and what to do, how do you adjust your portfolio or arrange your portfolio, to adjust your portfolio in order to achieve that, right? Like, are you looking for doubling or grow your wealth? Or are you looking just to, generate daily income? Or you want to do both, right? If you want to do both, then you really need to know, for example, for me, I do futures trading on daily basis, right? But at the same time, I constantly pump my profit into my spot account because I know I want to grow that account to, ride the, we are right on the bull market we're all waiting for, right? Really, get my wealth double or even triple, right? But in order to do that, you need to really get your portfolio structured and in position, right? Not saying, again, not financial advice, I'm not telling everyone to jump into the market, right? But it's simply just to plan, to know what are the narratives you want to buy, what are the coins you want to buy, what is the position you want to get in, what is the entry price, what is your target selling price to take profit. Just these 5 things, right? Set it right, and then start to take action, right?
To be honest, I'm sorry that for those of you who are still watching, right? I think the last few minutes of what Fang has shared is so crucial, If you are still here, congratulations. For those of you who missed it, you missed it, right? But it's so important of what she just shared, right? It's really some of these golden nuggets. And for those of you who are elites especially, please go and book a call with Fang Ying so that she can share more of you in person. Be it online or offline, she can really online, offline, both are okay, right? Yeah. You see, she's very open to meet you all to share, and that's the spirit of our community, and that's really what we want to be able to deliver you guys. And again, non-financial advice, like what she was saying earlier, we are all waiting for that opportunity to come. And the truth is, while Fang Ying has already have tremendous success in doing her trading right now, but I just want to do a PSA in the sense that leverage trading is dangerous, especially when you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right, which is why we put in so much effort to teach everybody how to do it safely, and to do it safely and as correct as possible.
Yes.
Right, that's really what we are doing here. And like what she said, we literally have probably hundreds of hours of resources in our Discord channel where people can really go and learn and watch through to improve their skill set. So if you're one of those, you're our student already, please go and watch those. If you do not know what to watch or what to learn to actually improve your skill set, just ask in your group chats, right? Which all of you are part of. Ask and you shall be given, right? Ask and you shall be given, and we are more than happy to provide the assistance, at least direct you in the right direction. So that is so important. Okay, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have come to the conclusion of a very interesting episode, right? Where we get to know Coach Fang Ying a lot more. Again, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you are still watching here, can we give a round of applause to Coach Fang Ying? Yay! Okay, for those of you who have not given us your like, comment, and subscribe for Fang Ying, just go and click the 3 buttons. Okay, like, comment, subscribe, and then if you have the little bell at the side of your screen, please also turn it on so that you'll be receiving notifications in the future whenever we upload a new video. Right, Fang Ying?
Yeah.
Right, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for sharing it, and
you.
thank you for all your amazing contribution to the community. Right, to where you share, your trades, where you share your advice, and doing all this coaching with other people. And as a parting word, right, just one sentence. Do you have like one piece of advice? I know you shared a lot of advice already, but just that one piece of advice for anyone who may not be part of our student, but they want to get started. What will you tell them? What will you say?
All right. Be it you are like a pure beginner or you have some experience, but either way, right, you know that this market has a lot of opportunities. Like we can't stress this enough. First of all, it's definitely most importantly is your risk management, right? But secondly, I think is definitely to take action. Please take action. All right, be it planning, trading, be it investment. If you do not even click the button, or you've been doing, nothing against paper trading, right? But if you are really serious about this, right, really get started with actual money. It can be as little as $1, right? But practice, right?
Exactly. Take action, guys. Take action. First action you can take is to subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Okay, but beyond that, of course, there's many other actions you can take, and like what we have been talking about earlier, take action, take action, take action. If not, knowledge is worthless, right? It's just on your head. Your paper account. One of I think Resh shared this before, right? The mother was just telling him that, all this money, paper money, digital money, right? Show me the real money, right? So really, take action and make sure that you practice it, and you'll definitely be able to see some good results, bad results. Those are results, and more importantly, what can you learn from that? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another amazing episode of the Modern Wealth Podcast where we aim to empower, enrich, and involve your mindset. Right, we really hope that you have enjoyed this particular episode, right? Especially when you have a pretty face, right, and pretty mind, and a very successful lady right here sharing all her experiences with you. And if you want to hear more of such experiences from other coaches, other guests, right, please stay subscribed so that you will be able to be notified of the future episodes, and we upload our videos very regularly. So with that said, Fang Ying one more time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and we will see you at the next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.